allows you to TP in on top of like action happening around the map as well, which I really like.
Of course.
So they can play a little bit of a faster pace, possibly here with the ET instead of the Nyx Assassin, because their lanes are a little bit stronger. What does NaVi go for here now? They've got their support combo. They've got their kind of like win condition hero.
Yeah, they need a bit of damage, a way to make some space for this anti-mage and get some kills whilst he's farming.
I'd quite like to see a Kunkka here for magical.
Yeah, magical Kunkka could be really good.
Or TA as well isn't too bad here.
Yeah, also an option.
A little bit more greedy, but I think it could work. The thing I like about the Kunkka is you can build into a halberd as well, which is super nice against this Deucer.
Yeah.
It's kind of like their only real source of damage at the moment on Gambit, so if you can, disarm her for that 5 seconds, then should be okay at the moment. What kind of heroes could could Blizzy play as well? I used to play Centaur and Axe every patch. It's a decent Axe game as well, actually.
Yeah, we could see a return of the Axe, especially with these treants and the kind of tickle damage from Medusa as well.
Axe Kunkka. Here we go. 5 melee strat. I'm ready.
Easy.
Into ET Keeper of the Light. Sounds great.
Is Kunkka really melee?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, they could Brew instead.
Brew,
okay, this is a really good pick as well. I mean, it's kind of like such a good hero against the Deucer as well, because when you pop Split, you can just throw her up in the air. And we talked about how she's the only kind of real source of damage on Gambit. If you can just take her out the fight with the Cyclone, then you kind of mow through everybody else so quickly.
Yep.
This is really nice. Good control. I'm liking this opening 4 from NaVi a lot here.
Yeah, and again, Gambit just really light on that lockdown, which usually anti-mages do so well against. So definitely looking like a free game for him so far.
They need a core here on Gambit that can play with the Nature's Prophet at the moment, that can, be aggressive around the map. Because it feels like they don't really have any kind of setup for this Nature's Prophet to TP onto. Like, Stomp's okay, Widow Whisper's okay, but he still needs like a hunting partner. Feels like, yeah, they ban out the Kunkka though. Would have been a really nice pick here. Doesn't matter if it's 5 melee. Just a good hero.
10 seconds remaining.
One more ban left for NaVi. Gambit, they need their mid laner. No mid laner shown as of yet.
It feels like they just need more lockdown on Gambit. I have no idea what they're going to pick up against this AM. Feels like a
I mean, something like a
3
DK
AM
could
game.
definitely be an option, but again, it's just it doesn't feel like enough just now.
A DK's not too bad actually. I don't mind that pick. It's okay. Gives that lockdown like you talk about, and it's the hunting partner with the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
With the early game tempo pressure.
Radiant team pick.
The Shadow Fiend actually getting banned out, which would have been incredibly greedy, but then again, it's what they've been doing. Now there's a Razor coming out from NaVi, so just going straight back for that Razor, just like last game. And their plan is going to be basically mess with Gambit and just shut down this middle lane. It shuts off a lot of the picks which they could have possibly gone for, including that DK. DK versus Razor is not a matchup you really want to be playing.
I don't mind it too much of a pick here, but I just don't like seeing magical play heroes like this. He's such a good playmaker. When he gets left on things like Razor, yes, it's a decent pick here, but, not what I want to see. I want to see him playing these, the Kunkkas and the TAs.
Oh! Okay, then. Gambit throwing down the gauntlet and picking themselves up a Dahak Meepo. That is interesting. That is fun. And that is something which could really get under NaVi's skin.
Here we go. I'm excited now. This is...
I was like, okay, another Medusa game. All right, fine, whatever. Just interesting from a strategy point of view. But now the Meepo comes out, and this game just took a turn for the interesting.
Yeah, the net's obviously very good against the AM. Stops him from blinking away. The laning stage is going to be a little bit rough here for Gambit, I think. But if they can get through the laning stage, okay, it feels like the 15 to 20 minute mark. They can be super aggressive on the map. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, how does Meepo do versus Razor in lane, though?
Yeah, I was just thinking that in my head as well.
Although,
It doesn't seem so good at the start of the game.
I mean, Dahak is a micro player, so him and Afo will often swap around lanes. They could put the Medusa mid, though.
They could, but I don't think you want to put your win condition hero against this. Is he the win condition hero, though, now, I guess, with the Meepo in the game? I don't think you want to put a Meepo in a side lane, though, against the... If he can get against the AM in the laning stage, it might not be too bad. But even then, you're probably playing against an Undying, and that doesn't sound fun either.
No.
He has really high armor. He has high armor, so it's not too bad against the Razor, and he can always just net at level 2 or something if he starts to get linked up. You know, he can last it with poof as well.
I was going to say, if he loses damage, he can go those poofs.
It doesn't seem too bad. It feels like the SF last game, though, where you just you kind of like suffer for the first few levels in the laning stage, and then you just catch up afterwards. But Afro Ninja is playing the Deucer this time, so no, it is still going to be me. I think that's the right choice.
Yeah, I mean, you never see Meepo anywhere else, to be fair. He needs the XP too badly. I just thought that maybe they might do it, but no.
Quick access to the jungle as well, always nice.
Yep. And this 3-3-4 starting movement speed means he can get right down this lane and put this observer down nice and quickly. And magical, did he spot him out there? I think he did. He's pinging it. He saw him. But that means that Gambit will have also probably seen this ward being placed, although he did do it from the trees, so it might have been okay.
I was going to say, I think Snake placed it from behind the tree line, so he should be absolutely okay. Yeah, they put the sentry down, but they just missed the ward.
Yeah, that was from the Razor coming forwards, actually. They put the obs down, and then Razor tries to go and find something. Dahak? That's a tower, my dude.
I think he's just trying to spot where the vision is. Yeah, you see, he's checking if he stands behind the trees and if he gets hit by the tower there, he knows that they have vision on the other side.
What a smart guy. Smart. What a smart guy. Just completely bamboozling me.
I've also seen before Centaurs just run under the tier 1 at minute 0 before.
Yes.
Get a few retaliate charges, go back to base, and come back in again. That's the only other time I've seen it.
True trying to make a play for this bounty rune up here with Seneko as well, but doesn't level up the snowball. In fact, goes to the tag team. True's in a lot of trouble, though. He's going to go down. Immersion might follow. Seneko, though, can't get the last hit off on him. Even with... Okay, he's got the decay. That will be Immersion going down in return. Crystallized, stuck in the trees. Seneko trying to break him out. Really, is Afterlife going to get this? No, he's not. And now he can blink away on the anti-mage to safety.
I mean, he has to use his salve already. And the lane hasn't even started yet. And when you're playing against the Nature's Prophet, that's a big deal. Because this ET Nature's Prophet lane is going to really chunk through your regen. Nature's Prophet's probably one of the best heroes at dealing with this Undying, though. Having the... I say that. He's just taunting and running away.
Can't catch me. Taking out some right clicks as well. These trees helping out with the harass as well. Seneko taking a chunk of damage. Yeah,
Immersion cutting the creep wave, though.
Yeah, True trying to block him or something here. Doesn't really know what to do. There's nothing really he can do. Meepo finally finds that observer at least.
Well played by him. He gets the nice tango regen off it as well.
Yep, so it helps out a lot. It's magical to steal some of that damage.
Meepo has such high armor, actually. So even when the Razor steals damage, he can't really harass the Meepo too effectively.
No, it's a little bit awkward.
And I like that he's holding his skill point here on the Meepo as well. It's pretty standard. When you get that level 3, you want to put a point in your ult and the second point in poof.
Just see if he can get away with it. And of course, when he's versus that Razor, it's always tempting to go for the Earthbind early on, just to stop the chase with the static link. But for now, Dahak will be going for the 2 points in poof.
Oh, top lane. Lizzie. Oh, no. He just gets away with the Drunken Brawler.
Yeah, Snake doing a ton of work.
Speedy Panda. Imagine if pandas were this fast in real life.
They probably wouldn't be going extinct.
I'll have you know, they're not on the highly endangered list anymore. Thank you.
Oh, that's some good news to start my day.
Yeah. Pop analysis. Not even about Dota. Good stuff.
Still useful to know. So they're tri-laning bottom for this this anti-mage. He's I mean, he's doing all right. You know, Nature's Prophet not getting very much so far. Currently 2 and 3. Make that 3 and 3 after that CS. But yeah,
I love that FNG's gone for this blinding light, by the way, instead of Illuminate at level 2. It's just so annoying for the Brewmaster to deal with. He doesn't really care about pushing out the wave against, in a 2 versus 1 situation.
Yeah, Chu does come to join the fray now, though.
Oh, look at this triple camp stack.
Ooh, nails it.
What a player.
God.
And guess which hero they have on their team that can take stacks really well?
Meepo.
Oh, dear.
Or Medusa.
Yeah, Meepo, sure. Okay. God, I guess Meepo does take them well. But yeah, that's not the one I was going for. They can just secure this bot area. And it means the ET can just get so much damage from the Spirit as well. Watch as he comes to this bot lane. Plus 114.
Oh, cool.
Let's go.
Hey, guys. And he can refresh it as well, because he's that's how Astral works now.
Good stuff. It's always worked like that anyway.
Oh, yeah, true.
Punch Snako, go on. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, there you go. So I'm dying with a bunch of decay stacks. Doesn't feel like it as Immersion lays into him there.
I mean, they're not really... This Deuce has 13 denies in the top lane with 18 last hits. He's just getting absolute free farm.
Oh, dear. That's your Prophet just getting run down. Such a squishy hero. He does a lot of damage, but he also dies pretty quickly, as we see there.
At least they're securing the AM's farm. That's the most important thing down here. And, up against this Deucer, it is this decent matchup like we've talked about. Meepo was at level 5 now, actually. He's gone for the 3 points in Puth 1 in Ransack, so he doesn't even have a point in Earthbind. Up against this Razor Link, I'm surprised. I guess when you're just jungling, it doesn't really matter, though. Oh, top lane. Good blinding light from the keeper, but can they bring down Shu? Yep. Oh, he's got 2 points in blinding light on keeper now.
Interesting. Was he going for the TP out? Should be successful. He went down to bottom. Immersion actually takes down Snako as well.
Bounty rune's about to spawn as well. Looks like Gambit are going to be able to... Oh, FNG. Oh, he gets it. He's on a horse as well. Go. FNG. Oh, the fairy fight to get the rune. Dude, that is some high intense gameplay right there. Keeper gets away with it. Very impressive. But it does leave Deucer alone in the top lane here, so Afro needs to be a little bit careful up here while the keeper's not there to protect him. He's playing a little bit more cautiously. And as much as Raze is getting a free mid lane, Meepo is jungling okay. Oh, almost a level behind the Razor, but can't win the lane anyway. No point in being there. Yeah, farming down in the bot lane as well pretty freely, but with this Prophet having phase boots now as well as the Blightstone, it really just starts to chunk away at Crystallizer's health, and he's going to need to bring out some more regen to deal with that. Benji takes the illusion rune. I thought he might look to try and ward mid there. Ended up not doing it. They are going to chase the in the top lane. She gets the snake off, but...
Ooh, blinding light down the other side. That might mean Blizzy dies. Yes, it does. He's gone.
This blinding light is so good. Is Chu going to die as well?
It's certainly looking like it, yeah. FNG chases down another. This guy and his Kotl. Scary, scary stuff.
Oh, bot lane as well. Yeah, they get the Snako. Immersion with the spirits. Okay, well.
Gambit off to a brutal start. NaVi looking very frail here.
And the thing is, as much as this AM was having a good time before, like we said, the Nature's Prophet gets phase boots Blightstone, and all of a sudden this Undying can't really do anything anymore. So yeah, Chu has to come back down to the bot lane again to try and make sure they don't give away too much more. Oh, good D-ward here by Immersion as well to stop the camps being blocked.
Magical though, looking to punish, will find the kill nice and quickly there. Sees all these stacks also. How much they're going to try and go for these?
There's a really deep observer ward that's just out of range of the sentry, I think. Sees all what's happening down here. And the Dire bot jungle.
Yoink.
Effigy snipes a creep.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, these are the hard-earned stacks of the Elder Titan just going into the hands of Magical right now, which always feels bad.
Yeah, at the same time, though, it just means Dahak can freely farm the mid lane now. Got up to level 8 now, so he's ahead of the Razor in XP now. He's going to be perfectly happy with how this is going.
You know, this is me, as expected, but still. We've seen them shut down before. Not the case this game.
I'm just excited to see this 15-minute mark, like we talked about. You know, the 5 minutes from 15 to 20.
Down at bottom.
He's just chilling.
Chilling in the grave. Afterlife?
Okay.
Afterlife?
Well.
Alright. Oh, FNG? FNG? Oh,
okay, well, if you don't know what SYBS is, that's Save Your Buddy Syndrome, and I think that's a case there we might have just seen. It's not a rare disease, but yeah, I don't think I've seen one quite as bad as that before. That was interesting.
Agreed. Interesting is definitely the word I would use. Mid lane, they're going on to Dahak here, and this Meepo already used his poof, so doesn't have a way out of this one. A couple more right clicks is all that's needed. The blinding light gonna buy the space for Dahak to actually get the poof away onto the high ground. Meepo will live. FNG also doing okay.
Seneko drops the ward behind the tower there as well as Undying. Going to be able to see a lot here when they try and take this mid-tier 1 tower. I like this as well because it's really important you take this Dire mid-tier 1. If you can have access to the Dire jungle, it's going to be really important against this Meepo and Dusa for your ganking patterns and, you know, rotations. So if you can try and put a lot more focus on this mid lane, would be ideal.
Chew, very poor though. Only infused raindrops and boots of speed.
It feels very much like the same as the last game though, where the two supports on the Dire side, on Gambit side, are going to scale so much better than NaVi's supports.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, ET's not a great, you know, isn't going to scale massively well, but again, we saw what the Keeper of the Light could do. And you can always just farm up with the Illuminate as well. Push out side lanes.
Like taking some tasty creeps here.
Oh
no, stack now as well.
Afo doesn't have a quelling blade on his Dusa.
Uh-oh. They're coming in hard onto Dahak here. He's trying to do these ancients. Can they keep the Meepo locked down? Yes, they can. And Dahak is finally dead this time. No coddle to save the day.
They're going to take this little ancient stack as well. Always nice. They did have to commit a split though. But every time you kill a Meepo, it just hurts his momentum so much in the game. Try and shut him down as much as you can, because he's going to be the main threat for your AM. So if you keep your carry farming and shut down his main threat potential, good sprout.
Yep, sees the tombstone, I'll get that one. And the gold that comes with it as well, fairly nice. And continue the siege on the tower.
I've just realised, how have they picked Nature's Prophet when he got such a nerf to his sprout, dude?
What happened?
If any, if somebody uses a tango on one of the sprout trees, they get double regen.
It doesn't work for enemies though.
Oh, does it not?
No.
Oh, I thought it did.
For allies.
What a disappointment.
Indeed. Crystallize blinking away. Blizzy being chased by immersion. It's going to get out alright.
Well, mid lane as well. It looks like they're going to try and get something going. They're going on Chew, but yeah, who's going on who here?
Yeah, the Meepo just kind of GG'd out of that one pretty quickly, and Prophet trying to survive, but will not.
If your Prophet dies instead of on Meepo, though, then whatever. It happens.
It happens. Could do.
Starting to chunk away at this mid-tier 1 tower again, though. Getting really low here.
Yep, he's going to go down to Hank, trying to go for the deny. They jump in with a lot of Meepos trying to get the Razor, but they don't land with the stomp, so Razor's going to be okay.
Yeah, especially when he gets a nice little haste through.
It does help. Bottom lane tower under siege as well.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
So it's really starting to push in down here. He's gone for that Yasha again. I say again, it was the hack that played the Dusa last time. But
yeah.
Going back for that Dragon Lance. It's a really good 4-staff game again. up against the tough shards, up against the Razor static link. So you shouldn't be too surprised to see him building towards a Hurricane Pike again. And I really hope that this Deucer takes the plus 2.5 second stone gauge duration this game. At 20, up against this AM. I'd really like to see it.
What, so the plus 2.5 second stone gaze duration, and then I guess it doesn't really matter about 25, but I guess you go. Do you want to go 1,000 mana versus AM?
No. You definitely don't.
I am now a nuclear bomb.
It's just more about the raw damage.
Yeah.
Go that Butterfly Daedalus again, I'm sure. Don't want any kind of major stat, you know, in items like the Skadi this game, I don't think.
Too dangerous.
You see, this keeper, this is what we were talking about before. This keeper's just pushing out top lane now and just getting so much farm. He's level 7 now. He's actually gone 2 points at each skill. Okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
2-2-2.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, mid lane.
Mid lane.
Going on profit.
Goodbye, Afterlife. Dies in a Mannery explosion.
Yeah, AM almost has his Battle Fury as well. So when he gets that online, his farm's going to start to really escalate. They have to be very careful here on Gambit. You know, they are ahead at the moment, but they can't really push too much at the moment. They don't really have any way of initiating fights. There's no blinking on top of the AM, because this Meepo's going for an E-Blade first. Which I am surprised about. I thought he'd go for that blink first before the E-Blade. Apparently not.
All right, so we're 14
it's quite a
minutes
slow
into the
tempo game again. I'm struggling to find things to talk about all the time. I'll be honest. This is
Yeah, I mean we're kind of 14 minutes in. 4K gold advantage for Gambit still. And you know, it's another game where NaVi kind of need that tempo in their favor, and they don't have it just yet.
I think their late game potential looks so much better here on Navi's side.
True.
This game. They have the AM, but again, you're still fighting into a Deucer. We've seen at the major before. You know, these AMs don't always beat the Deucers. In this late game scenario, you've got to be really careful, and it's all about this team fight again. They have the ET, they have the Stomp, and they have the Will-O-Wisp available again as well. It's not going to be straightforward for Navi.
It really is for Navi.
Or with the Bruce Split, though, they can just send the Deucer up in the air, like we mentioned before, so it's still definitely easier than last game.
You've got the Meepids to deal with as well, though.
Oh, there you go up in this top lane. Oh.
This Tusk is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. And now Seneco's in trouble as well. And it's a free tombstone gold here as well.
Will-O-Wisp just clears out the trees.
Deucer almost has this Hurricane Pike as well, actually. Could be a really big go time for them. They can try and get this first Roche, potentially, maybe.
Maybe something.
So Prophet has the Vlad. And he's going for a 4-staff again as well. I want to see these 5 forces again. I'm so excited. Meepo 4-staff? Is that a thing?
I'm going to say no.
I don't really understand what Seneca's supposed to do this game on Undying, I'll be honest. It's got to that point now where it's like past the laning stage. There's not really anybody making moves around the map. So he's kind of just waddling around.
Yeah, well, they're going to smoke up and try and go for something here, though. They're kind of a little bit split up. Yeah. Going towards the top lane, seeing if someone comes in to defend versus a push from Blizzy.
Gambit at the same time, they've done the same thing down in the bot lane with the Meepo and the Keeper.
They've got a much higher tower threat, so it will be NaVi who's forced back.
They're not going to get the tier 1 though.
That's true.
By the looks of it, but yeah, with this Meepo. Tara's going to die so quickly. They see the Brewmaster TPing in the trees.
Yeah, Blizzy immediately going to get netted up. Does have the split if he wants to use it. Gambit forced back.
Oh my god!
There's no damage coming out on him here. Even Dahak going for the Ethereal Blade, maybe seeing if he can get a quick one, but not happening just yet. Tower though.
Brewmaster almost had to pop split there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just get him back off on Gambit. Again, they seem quite happy to just go towards this late game into the AM. And although NaVi's late game is better than last time, I still don't think it's as straightforward as NaVi seem to think. Feels like
gonna come into contact with Afterlife here with Crystallize. They might just go for this kill. Blink in, stun, going up, punch into the air. There will bring down the Prophet.
Sprout not going to work when there's a Battle Fury on the AM to cut through the trees anyway. But he's trying. It feels like NaVi really need this blink on the Brewmaster now to try and take fights. But it feels like by the time he's got a, by the time he gets this blink, this Meepo's going to have a Shadow Blade. He's going to be trying to cause absolute chaos around the map. Feels like that's going to be his time to just try and hunt the AM when he gets the Shadow Blade online. Yeah, he needs to really try and get his Manta before that point. But he's working towards it.
Once again, this Razor just kind of feels like very meh. You seem to,
yes.
You pick the Razor so that he can be this force throughout the mid game, and we just haven't seen it both games now.
Yeah, I don't really get it. Because they've just seen one game before that just by force stuffs, and the hero just suddenly feels like it doesn't do anything. And so they shouldn't get surprised when the same thing's going to happen this game. And again, I said it before, it feels like such a waste of magical plays, these kind of heroes. Yeah. FNG gets the Blinding Light on Seneko.
Yeah. Not quite sure about that one. They just got the Will-O-Wisp down. Afo coming in as well. Dahak joining the party. Nets being thrown out. They'll take down Seneko. They'll take down Chu as well. Blizzy on the high ground, thinking of using that split. But really, there's no reason. And now Gambit find themselves a perfect Roshan opening. Offered them pretty much on a silver platter.
Yeah, they have the Prophet Patrice to tank. They've got the Meepo and the Deucer to just rip through it. It's not going to survive for long. They commit the split though. They want to go in.
Yeah, they're trying for it. Magical with the ulti doing a bit of damage. But a bit is not really enough. They're just delaying.
It's just kind of stalling them.
Yeah, 4 seconds until your Tusk is back. But then, now you have to fight without split.
Yeah, yeah. There's Tombstone going to be back up in a sec, though, I guess. Oh, 20 seconds still.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
this
no,
Roche
can't really. Oh! Chu got the last hit with a shot.
Oh my god.
What a player.
Alright, well, that's something.
They get some gold.
Yeah, that's something. Don't get the Aegis though, of course. If only the Aegis went to the killer of Roshan.
If only Blizzy blinked in and got it.
Yeah.
He doesn't quite have the money though. He's just got the gold for Blink now. He's got the Radiance and the Blink queued up. I really hope he goes for this Blink. Otherwise it feels like the game's going to get hard very quickly. Okay. This is what I was talking about. Meepo has Shadow Blade now, so he's going to really want to hunt the AM. But Crystallize has just finished his Manta. So, if he Mantas and blinks away straight away, then he's going to be absolutely fine from this Meepo gang. And I think Dahak's going to be...
He's blinked into Dahak though. Now Dahak can just jump on top of him. Manta comes out. Net is there to follow up. And Crystallize is dead.
Yeah, really well played by Dahak. He knew the Manta was coming, so got those nets ready quickly.
Yep.
And unfortunately for AM, when you blink into the camp like that, you get found.
Yep.
There's not really too much you can do.
With Blink on cooldown, it's an easy pick off for Dahak.
Yep. Stu's pushing bot lane, Meepo's pushing mid lane. And this is what I meant about the game getting hard very quickly. Stomp comes out onto Seneko.
Dahak taking a ton of damage. He's going to lose that Aegis. Will-O-Wisp coming down as well with the Earth Splitter ripping through. But the Snowball going to dodge it all out as they come out the other side. But the sleep, it doesn't matter. 1 goes down, 2 go down. Gambit take 3 in the middle lane. And straight onto that high ground. Magical will take a little, well, 31 damage from the Medusa. Not a lot.
I mean, they killed 4, but they managed... Oh, sorry, 3, yeah, but they get a buyback. So, here we go. They lose the Aegis on Gambit, so that's kind of like a lot of their momentum gone that they could have had for taking, more of the map. They are just going to go for this tier 2 top anyway, by the looks of it. FNG charging towards the top lane with his team. Prophet has this Shadow Blade now as well, actually, so they've got the double Shadow Blade on Gambit now too. It's interesting. looks like they don't really want to fight without this Will-O-Wisp splitter combination. It was a really good snowball save by Chu in the mid lane. Stop that splitter going in, dealing damage to everybody on his team, but when you're fighting under that Will-O-Wisp, it just doesn't matter. So difficult. And this is the team fight advantage that we talked about from last game as well. Gambit have it again. At some point in Dota, you're going to have to take a 5-on-5 fight. If you don't have any kind of team fight, Split's okay, Tombstone's okay, but they kill the Tombstone so quickly with the Meepo and the Deucer. Feels like Split isn't really doing too much up here, especially because he got a little bit sacked up there in the top lane. He's actually level 10 at the moment on the Brewmaster. We're 23 minutes into the game. Doesn't even have level 2 Split yet. So, really not good for him. Prophet going to be going for the AC next as well. Those auras that we talked about, just to buff up his 2 cores in the Meepo and the Deucer. And Medusa actually almost has a butterfly finished as well, which is looking really scary. Really need to just try and... The problem is, where you had the split before to throw the Deucer up in the air, suddenly she's not really like a win condition hero. Because they have the Meepo as well. And unfortunately, you can't chuck the Meepo up in the air when there's so many of him.
No, you really can't. They don't really have a lot to do with the Meepo, to be honest.
No, they do not. But, sometimes you just get 10th pick Meepo. It just happens, And they're quite happy just to reset and farm up a little bit here. They're close to some key items on Gambit. You've just picked up that Butterfly and Deucer. Meepo's really close to a Skadi as well.
Yeah, he's just got that Manta and going for the Butterfly next.
This ET's close to a Vessel as well. It's about to pick it up in about 100 gold or so.
Oh dear, they might have found Afterlife, although FNG comes in for the save. Blinding Light and Will-O-Wisp being used. Afterlife, though, still sticking around. Not too sure about this one. The rest of the team making their way over. They've got Chu. They pick him off and they get that kill.
Yeah, I don't really understand what the Tusk and the Undying are supposed to do this game, though. Like, I've mentioned it before with the Undying, but the Tusk as well. What are their plays on the map this game? Razor's... Magical's kind of just farmed the whole game.
Yeah.
Blizzy's had such a rough time on this Brewmaster that he can't really do anything.
Yeah.
Especially without a Blink, which he still hasn't bought. Looks like he's going for the Radiance now.
Anti-Mage needs to find the game of his life somehow, and so far he has not had it.
It's a problem for him, though, because he's going to get this Butterfly, but he still only has 1400 HP. But yes, it's nice against the Deuce and the Meepo, but you're still not going to survive like a net boy. Picks up the Skadi on the Meepo as well, so even if you blink away, run you down still, it feels like. You just need to keep this AM farming if you're NaVi.
Yep.
Hope that he can carry you through.
They now realise that, wait a minute, we can just take high ground right now.
Magical has picked up a BKB though on the Razor, so it is going to be available here for the next fight. Could be a big turning point for NaVi.
Yeah, something Gambit need to keep an eye on and play around.
Oh, Blizzy loses all his mana. This Snake talent. They're like, oh, don't worry, we'll just reduce it from 35% to 30%. This is fine now.
Yep, at 5%, that was the problem.
I did think last patch, if only this was 30% instead of 35%, it would be so much more fair. Come on, Frog. Nobody wants this talent.
Nobody.
Too good. Apart from Deucer players. And they don't deserve to have an opinion anyways.
Wow, strong words.
G gets a nice D-ward. Need to try and sit up towards that second Roshan that's going to be minimum spawns hitting in about a minute or so. Feels like Gambit, they want to try and head for that next. Deucer went for the SMY this game instead of the...
There's not even an urgency on Gambit, to be honest. Like, they're still feeling pretty comfortable with the way the game's going. They're farming harder, they're getting more done, and they've got the late game pretty much sorted with this Medusa and Meepo, so...
Yeah, it feels like AM's still lacking 2 iron. Maybe if he finishes Abyssal, that would be okay.
And Meepo now hits level 20 and gets a 10% lifesteal as well. In combination with the with the ransack. It's very annoying to deal with.
I am surprised he didn't take the Earthbind cooldown this game up against
Especially
the
less
AM.
than AM, yeah.
I think this would be one of the only games where I'd consider it. Yeah, they are a little light on lockdown apart from the net. I guess when you're just trying to brute force down the lane, the lifesteal isn't.
Yeah.
Why does he have a lifesteal talent and not a talent that upgrades ransack or something?
Don't know, Meep is a bit of an enigma. He's got some weird stuff going on in pretty much throughout the hero.
I was like now I'm kind of just trapped in the base. You see the Tusk and the Undying just sitting there going, okay, cool guys, this is good. What are we doing? What can we do here? Phew, when he gets this green.
Sorry, doesn't Meepo have a reduced death timer compared to every other hero?
I don't know.
It definitely used to be a thing. I don't know if it still is, but it used to be a thing, and it actually fit into the lore as well, because so when the Dota heroes die, they go to the place which Razor roams, called the Eternal Maze or something. I can't remember exactly what it's called. The Endless Maze or something. But because there's obviously 5 of Meepos, they can go and scout it out quicker and find their way out of that maze quicker. So that's why Meepo had a reduced death timer before. And, you know,
that's
for
quite
balancing
cool.
issues. Yeah, kind of interesting.
No, it's not about balance issues. It's all about the lore.
Yeah,
I need you to read me like Dota lore bedtime stories or something, because I know absolutely nothing about Dota lore.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. That's what I cast it for.
Okay. It makes sense.
Medusa. This is a really interesting one about Medusa as well. She's a snake.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I thought she was a fish.
No, she's a snake. That's why she's got like a tail. And a lot of her lines she kind of pronounces the S's a lot more. It's because she's a snake. Yeah.
This Roche gonna spawn in about a minute or so. Both teams just hovering around the pit at the moment. You see, well, when you have this Prophet on your team, it's so much easier for you. You can just shove this bot lane in constantly, and somebody has to deal with it. And when the Prophet can TP back into the Roche pit, no, all of a sudden the fight's a 5 versus 4.
Yeah, very annoying.
And it's probably going to have to be the Tusk that just sits down here in the bot lane to deal with this.
Yeah, there's 2 heroes right there, to be honest, right now. Radiant's finished up on the Brewmaster.
Yeah, but how much can it do? I mean, it's nice against the Meepo and the Medusa.
It is.
But I'm not sure if it's enough. Gambit just constantly scouting the Roche with this ET Spirit as well. Just about to spawn in 10 seconds or so. AC finished on the Nature's Prophet, working towards a Hex now. 100% agree. Want that lockdown. Oh, they get the stomp on Blissey.
Ooh, he was actually in the middle of casting Primal Split as well. Can they blow him up in time? No, he gets the split off just about. They are going to look for the...
Oh! They kill the Prophet, though.
Yeah, Prophet dies in the bottom lane. Lizzie's not even going down. Sneko looking to turn this one around. The Undying coming into this fight. Dahak, he wants to fight this one. Uh-oh, Sneko. Yeah, he's very much dead. Now look towards Lizzie as well, but Magical coming into this fight, but with the Stone Gaze just freezing everybody up. They're all just dying to Arfo. Oh, dearie me. It's an Ultra Killer. Arfo down the middle lane just presses his R and hits everybody. And in combination with Will-O-Wisp, it's just too much for NaVi to handle. They lose everybody, and probably going to lose a bit of their base now. Only 2 buybacks available for them.
Stone Gaze on top of the Will-O-Wisp.
Fortify whilst the back door still going.
Seneca's like, I've been waiting for 30 minutes to do something. Here we go. I'm going to go in and own. And he's like, oh, wait. Meepo just kills me in like 3 hits.
Yeah.
And can I just say, you might be analysing the fight, but the fact that Immersion on this ET spammed get off my lawn just after the fight ended. That might be one of the best voice lines I've ever seen. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Tier 4s under siege. Buybacks coming in thick and fast from NaVi. I said only 1 use. Anti-Mage will throw his out as well. Everybody's back. Now into the fight they go. Anti-Mage doing his best, but the Ancient is dead. So that's the end of the game, apparently.
They just let their tier 4 towers die and the throne die, and they're like, oh god, we have to buy back. And they
we should probably buy back now. Radiant victory. Oh, or die victory.
Okay, well.
All right. That's one way to end the game. Yeah.
I was like, oh, they can go Roche now, and
yeah, they could maybe take a rack or something like that. No, Ancient destroyed, and Gambit take the series 2-0 over NaVi, and pretty convincingly at that.
Yeah, very convincingly. Not sure. like, I understand this Razor pick. They want something that dominates the lane, especially when they don't have last pick. Like,
Yeah.
You've got to be really careful about what you pick for that mid lane when you're against this 10th pick, that you don't get counterpicked too hard. And Razor just like kind of okay against everything. But I mean, in game 1, you just saw what happened. They just built 4 staffs, and that hero felt absolutely useless. And it's happened again. Like, Magical finishes 4-1 and 3, but it feels like the hero hasn't really done anything. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Definitely some big issues for Navi to work out coming back into this meta. But, you know, it's still early days, plenty of matches to go. Hopefully they'll find their feet throughout this tournament. Gambit, though, still looking very, very good and winning it on the back of a Dahak, Meepo, and 2 games from Afo on that Medusa, looking unstoppable. Right then. Unfortunately, we're going to have to call it there for today. There should be some more games coming up, and hopefully we'll be able to find someone's custom. Unfortunately, I have fallen very ill this morning and cannot, physically can't cast anymore, so I do apologize for that. Hopefully there will be some more games coming up later today. You can, of course, go and check out all the games over on the DreamLeague channel, where those games are all being hosted and played, and with the production crew over there, so that should be pretty good from us. So over at Beyond the Summit, it's goodbye for now, and, you know, keep an eye on the Twitter, and there might be some more games coming up in the future. Once again, I'm sorry for dropping out on you guys, but I hope you did enjoy that series. Congratulations to Gambit, taking it 2-0 over NaVi, which will give them a very strong heading in this group leading into the main event. And I'll see you next time.